black mage here. -1 hit percent per level. I didn't really see that black mage swinging anything, but you know, that is the malice. Ooh, and we're off. Here we go. We got level 1 magic coming in hot. Oh, we're gonna check the weapon shop first. Oh, Fade level 1. We're in business. Easy seed is easy. We both have we've got white mage and we've got level 1 Fade. Let's go.
And
to the races.
Level 3 light and quake does not hurt for the black magic.
There we go. To have that thief will also be able to learn that saber spell if we end up promoting our party, which is always a good thing. Love to see that early saber. Love to see it picked up on those ninjas.
Also looks like there's the wood shield to go with that wood armor set bonus if they pick that up.
All right, so this is the thing that I'm always interested in. In these seeds, the encounter table is can be rather sparse initially. And so what we saw on Rojo's side over there is that he walked out and had an encounter relatively early in the table. I think when it comes to traversing the overworld, it's going to be important to see between these two racers. I think both of them are experienced enough to make it so that they're taking very few encounters on the overworld, but we'll see if that comes into play. We got an Opal Shield +3 out of that first chest. Some late game armor potentially. Pure Potion and some pocket change. That early 2,000 gold, that'll be enough to buy us some early spells, get us what we need to kind of kick us off in the right direction. Not a lot of gold for doing what we need to do, but it'll get the job done initially. We got our Zeus Gauntlet was the given item. Lit 3 on Garland takes him out 194. Oof. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Rojo through, gonna talk to the princess, gonna talk to some bats. Letting us know the stats of some of our fiends here. That was the big, ooh, looks like Chaos might have nuke. I think that was what it said there.
Yep.
We're getting a slab from the king. Ooh, and an early key.
Keys?
The thing that I love the most about this early key is this right here, the play that Rojo's making. Being able to walk and get these 6 chests right away, it just feels so good. I love the early key is honestly my favorite thing to see here.
And if you work your way counterclockwise around the inner sea, you have so many chests to check.
Oh, and an early floater. Easy seed is easy. Let's go into the sky.
Jet set seed.
Ready, steady, floating rock. Look, we do have extremely expensive houses. I think those houses cost about as much as we got in that first money chest. So the house can be important, particularly when we've got some early spells, particularly when we're flying around, or will be flying around shortly. I think that early floater may exacerbate the early lead that Rojo has built up here. Nothing insurmountable by, you know, Lord of the Synth over here, but it does look like Rojo's, out to rumble here. We're seeing Lord of the Synth, I think, take a little bit of extra time, make sure he has what he needs, checking a few additional items, checking a few shops here. But getting into the sky as quick as possible would be my #1 goal here.
Normally I think of checking the Latoya's closet, but they have the floater. They don't want to waste the time right now, and they had enough money for their magic on level 2. Oh, never mind. Lord of the Synth is doing just that.
Oh, interesting. See, I guess I personally am not always a fan of this check. I think sometimes you can get a useful item, but these 3 chests is not enough chest density to kind of draw me away in the early game and get whatever this item may be. Well, Rojo gets kind of a womp here with that ship from the pirates. Could have skipped it, but there's no knowing that.
My apologies. If they're going to get the boat, this is the point to get it, because this is the faster way down to get to the airship without having to deal with all the rivers.
This is true. I mean, they still have to take a little bit of the river system, but you're definitely right on that front. I guess that is a little bit faster, so there is a bonus there. Good looking out. I like that.
Yep, silver +2 rings down there, stocking up, and they're cheap too.
Yeah, we did see super cheap tents as well, so extremely cheap tents. Let's see, we had harm 4 in our white magic. That'll be a good one. Fog 2 if the users decide to pick it up. I hope our runners are stocking up on Quad X. I love the Quad X spell. Takes out anything under 300 HP. Really, really easy way to wipe out some of those early fiends, take out some of those individual monsters. You love to see that Quad X getting used and utilized efficiently.
And I saw Rojo at least picked up the cheeky brack.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need. More insta-kill spells. All right, Rojo's gonna blow away a shark with a fade spell. No chance there. Sorry, Mr. Shark.
I did watch a race earlier that had Brack hit on Tia and Tia 2, which was an interesting one. And Rojo is taking the marsh run instead of the rivers, avoiding them almost altogether. That is the smart play 9 times out of 10.
Interesting.
It's actually a faster walk as well.
I think what we're seeing right here, I haven't seen Rojo kind of pull any save and reset maneuvers here. Maybe he knew the encounter table and didn't need to, but at a very solid, I don't see our timers anywhere. Oh well, at a very solid, oh there we go, at a very solid 6 minutes into the race, Rojo is in the air.
And there's pro rings in Crescent, 1200 P or 12,000 apiece, not too expensive to come back and get later if they remember.
Yeah, that's that's a lot of gold to throw down at this point. Hope they will have enough gold eventually, but right now that's a little beyond our runner's reach. Rojo checking out the weapons shop. I'm not quite sure what he's looking for. We have sabers +3. He's looking for something to swing, I suppose. Much better than that rapier -3 that he was wielding. We got level 6 white magic. Nothing really to write home about there. Ooh, but Rub, Nuke, Lock, and Bane all at level 6 black magic. So unfortunate that that Nuke is hanging out there. Lock also a useful spell. Bane can be a useful spell. But the bottle, our circle of old men.
That is now a fast check right out of Crescent, and Lord of the Synth just forgetting the boat and is taking the rivers down to Crescent.
But as this is something that I called out earlier about the taking no encounters on the overworld, he is using those tents to great effect in order to kind of reset his walk here and not take any of those encounters. So credit where credit is due. Nice work, Lord of the Synth. We've got Rojo heading into the volcano. Gonna take a look here, maybe gonna plunder the armory, maybe check out what these, if there's a good trap tile here. An early eye find or an early agama find here might be really good for our runners.
Yeah, that is one of the things that you learn very fast trying to run randomizer seeds. Learning the encounter table is huge.
And at just under 8 minutes into the race, Lord of the Synth also in the air. That easy floater, both of our runners wasting no time turning that in, getting themselves up into the sky. Finding a lot of encounters in the volcano here. Rojo's taking this quad-peed battle. They are worth a decent amount of experience here, particularly in the early game. Not necessarily a great grind past, level 13, 14, 15, but then he discovers that those peeds have thunder.
They're not exactly resistant to lightning magic, but when they have it too, you probably don't want to deal with them.
Yep, well, that's a quick reset from Rojo, and he'll run back in, see what is in this armory. Hoping for something good. Ooh, a light axe +5, not bad. We see more peeds, and this time he's going to waste no time attempting to run away. Gets away.
Makes sense that he wants to swing that light axe. Oh, no. Yeah,
there we go.
There we go. It is way better than that saber.
Ooh, a nightmare. Nightmare find. All right, we've got a divergence here. Lord of the Synth flying on down to Gaia. Gonna turn in that bottle. Oh, here we go. Level 7 magic, sleep and dark. Not gonna grab either one of those. Ruse and cure 3 at level 7 white magic there. Also not necessarily what you want to see. There is our shop item, the ruby, on sale for 13, almost 14 grand. Doesn't have the gold for it right now, but has to take note of it for later. Now we're going to see the fairy pop off with there's the crown. All right. More fetch quests. Fetch away, my dear runners. Rojo not turning in that bottle quite yet. Maybe. He's checking his inventory. All right.
He popped the bottle before he went to Volcano. He might forget.
All right. LordoftheSynth's going to check out Sarda. We've got Rojo looting some of those key locked boxes. Ooh, herb from the old man. A little Gandalf action there. Level 3 magic, lit 2 is really the only thing of note there. Level 3 black magic, that is. Level 3 white magic, invis 2, life 2, both. Only our white mage is going to be able to pick that up, I think. Maybe I don't think slot 4 can be learned by a knight. So
Ribbon in the free chests and dwarfs. Nice pickup.
Wow. Really early, really nice. Ribbon plus 5 even. It's the cherry on top. Ooh, level 4 black magic. We've got fast and we've got ice 3. Ice 3, the strongest of the 3 elemental strong spells there. Only surpassed by nuke unless you're, going for an insta-kill or something is weak to fire and or lightning damage. We got copper plus 1 bracelets. Not super useful because we already picked up those silver plus 2s. Didn't see a ton in that.
Basically nothing. I think $2 grand out of that last chest is the best they got.
Yeah, not a lot. Wow, it's a dwarven convention going on there. Did not get a lot out of that dwarf armory. Now we've got LordoftheSynth heading over to that crown turn-in. Looks like Rojo's gonna plumb the depths of our marsh cavern. Going to see if anything comes out of that stinky swamp.
Loot. Pastos is packing an instrument.
Which, I mean, we really only need, technically. I mean, we got the loot, we got the key, so those are our 2 big items. Not quite in go mode yet. We can't clear the necessary dungeons, but those are the 2 that we need to complete, the game. So LordoftheSynth's popping over here, gonna see what these 3 chests hold behind this key lock, but he's also gonna check out what these trap tiles entail. Hopefully something good. He's taking the armor off of his thief. Looks like he's trying to Dan that thief now, knock him down, and maybe do some grinding, maybe get some extra XP on his other characters. But he's gonna quickly discover that there isn't a good grind tile here, and be a little sad about it.
That Frosty and Marsh, though, guarding the incentive box, might be worth something early to get some more levels, because it looks like it wasn't that thick.
And he gets a canal out of Marsh. Oof. Not a lot down here. He's gonna check the key lock Marsh boxes, see if there's anything else good here. Ooh, a gold plus 2. I mean, you can't be all that mad about that, but resets and is gone. Not gonna hang on to that. Not worth, Rojo says. So, I think one of the interesting things about that bottle turn-in kind of led us on a bit of a fetch quest. We saw LordoftheSynth pick up more of our incentive items first, prioritize the bottle, prioritize some of these other ones, and take care of what's going on. So we are going to see Rojo double dipping a lot of these locations. So he popped into the Northwest Castle there and checked the armory. He's gonna have to come back to Northwest Castle with the crown. I mean, he needs that loot from Astos. That's absolutely a required item. So we're gonna see that double dip. We got LordoftheSynth in Elfland. I'm picking up some magic potentially. Oh, no. All right, we're gonna go turn in that herb, the herb that Rojo just picked up. And herb leads us to the crystal. Our fetch questing continues.
Not the worst sequence of fetch quests if you have the airship already, but hey. Get the fetches out early and then you just go to where you need to go knowing you need to be there.
All right, magic of note at level 5. We do see level 5 black magic contain temper. One thing that I would be frustrated about if I was these runners is the lack of movement magic. And by movement magic, I mean exit and or warp. Our runners haven't seen that yet, to my knowledge. I'm double checking the list notes real quick. Does not look like we have that going on here.
They would have had... did they not check level 8 in Gaia? I know he checked level 7.
I'm not sure. But either way, we know it currently that Warp and Exit are going to be locked to our level 7 and 8 magic slots. We've got Rojo checking the locked chests in Temple of Fiends. This is normally a good play to both see what these chests carry and to check out what these trap tiles are. He's going to take a Sphinx battle here. Get his runners up to level, or get his light warriors up to level 8. Ooh, and pulls an opal +4. The best bracelet you can pull. Looks like we've got Lord of the Synth checking the same boxes. So I guess, Thavian, this is not normally a play that I like to make super early, unless I'm getting desperate for a trap chest check. We did see a Mage Staff +4, so another AoE casting item. But I don't know, this check's a little out of the way for my liking. Not normally something that I would be diving here. I guess I would like to see the runners continue checking their incentive items off in order to figure out kind of where we're going, what the best route is for our orb completion. I mean, we don't have a rod, we don't have Oxiel, we don't have, you know, our chime, our cube. Granted, we only need 3 orbs lit, but we are going to need, you know, 2, you know, Volcano is free. You don't need any item to get in and out of there, but you're going to need some combination of items to complete 2 other orbs. We do have the outstanding crystal. Neither of our runners has popped up to Matoya now that both of them have the crystal to turn that in, but I'm hoping our friend Rojo here is going to pop up there and see what's up.
They also have the slab. I didn't see if Rojo popped into Melman. I don't see if he actually got that slab translated or not.
Yeah, he may. I don't think he did. I didn't see it happen. Alright, our Matoya with the TNT. The fetching continues. Lord of the Synth about to get his TNT. Find out that he has to run some more errands for our blind witch. Rojo's gonna get that ribbon +5, be super happy about that. Oh, not only that, that other chest had 13,500 gold in it. So, that is just about enough to get that ruby, that other, the for sale item that Lord of the Synth saw in Gaia. That would be our other path forward. TNT leads us to Oxiel. Our runners are just shaking hands here at the TNT dwarf. Rojo's gonna get the disappointing news that there's not a heck of a lot here. And Lord of the Synth, having already checked it, is on his way out. So, where to next? Thavian, where are you headed? If you're our runners here, where are you off to?
Honestly, having already done the bottle turn-in, and I wouldn't deal with the slab. But if I hadn't done the bottle and slab, hit Lefane would not be a bad move.
Gotcha.
But I don't think either of them have the slab translated, so...
I'm in that same boat. I agree with that assessment. The one thing that our runners don't have any levels, but we could make the early scary sea dive. We do have the Oxiel. Waterfall's right there. Maybe pick up a few levels along the way.
There was one thing Rojo could have done just then. He was flying over Cardia. If you have the airship, you can drop on Cardia Forest and get the incentive items much faster than going behind Bahamut into his trove. It's the cheeky way to get it if you don't have the tail and don't want to go all the way down.
This is true. This is very, very true.
Speaking of the tail.
Speak of the devil. All right, looks like Rojo's taking the other path. I guess he did get his slab translated, so he is on his way. Down to Lefane. Gonna talk to our friends, speak a little Lupa-Lupa, and discover what they have been holding on to. Or, what does it say in the game? Like a century? A millennia? Something like that?
The only thing I know about time in this game is they're in a 2,000-year time loop, and the Hooray Dwarf is stuck in or is the only one who's aware of it. He's stuck in his own temporal loop that you have to save him from. He's cheering you being there so you can liberate him.
Oof. And the slab leads us to Adamant. Ooh, we're just taking care of... it's just an around the world of fetch quests right now.
Well, as I said earlier, get the fetch quest done sooner than later, then you know exactly where you need to go in crunch time.
This is true. We've got steak on Rojo's side, so we're going to take a quick look at how much HP these dinos are packing. And survey says, all right, less than 600 for sure.
The question is, was that easy to get to in the encounter table? Because I'm doubting he saves coming out of the fan.
He did pop into the inn and reset off the inn, so I mean, he at least knows where it is, I suppose. Lord of the Synth gets his promotion. Gonna check the rest of the Bahamut boxes here. Wow, just piddly amounts of gold. We got the chime as the required item here, or maybe not required, but the incentive item. Man, nothing else in these boxes. I feel like these boxes sometimes just hold a wealth of treasures, and other times they are just sad little boxes of wood.
Rojo's just going to be so disappointed because he's getting it early. He doesn't have to tell you. He just came here for the treasure.
I mean, it's a coin flip. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Lord of the Synth, on his way out of there, has his promoted characters. Looks like we may be in for an Ordeal's dive. Yep, he's parking his airship. Gonna go for that Ordeal's dive. Isn't feeling... He's got, I think both of our runners are right around levels 8 and 9 right now. Not really all that great when it comes to diving in an orb-shaped dungeon.
It can be a side effect of that early floater. You don't have that many encounters on the ground to pick up just randomly.
True. Alright, Rojo had the alternative flag on, so his wasn't the ruby, his was a fillet. And he's about to get that news that, you know, he should have done this before going into Bahamut. So he's got his tail. Lord of the Synth diving in to our Ordeal's cave. Or Ordeal's castle. Alright, time to...
Which is your favorite pillar?
I appreciate the, like, offset pillar room. The room that doesn't have a clear up and down to them. The rest of them are, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, and then it's either bottom or top. I appreciate the room that is like the one in the middle and the one in the corner. I know a lot of people will still refer to that as bottom or top when they're trying to remember which direction to go, but I really appreciate the fact that it's different from the rest of them. Here we go, this one, right here, that one. Thanks, Lord of the Synth. Thanks for bringing it up as soon as I was talking about it.
Pillar room 4 pillar is... I usually go with the 3rd pillar, but just to point out, that was the ribbon out of the Adamant tournament.
So the slab, it was all for, I don't want to say not, but it was all for no progression. 2 ribbons now on both of our runners, or no, 2 ribbons, excuse me, for Rojo. He's going to have a little bit of an edge there in that armor department. That extra resist is really going to come in handy when it comes to our Temple of Fiends Revisited. Rojo now making the... Oh, just kidding. Faked us out. Decided he was going to not make the ice play. Decided he's headed back into the volcano.
I don't mind fading ice still, because he still can just go in, get levels, take care of carry, and then choose to go to ice, waterfall, or ordeals. Oh, that's the Vorpal +5 in ordeals.
All right, well, we've got a sword. So, no worries. We're good on swords now. And we have our eye tile. I would not be surprised to see Lord of the Synth sit here for a hot minute, get some levels on his light warriors. We'll have to see if anything nasty comes out of the eye.
There's not much reason not to. If, again, oh yeah, it's pretty thin, all things considered. This is a grind to take.
So, I mean, we confirmed it's got less than, what did that mage staff hit for? Like 100? So we've confirmed it's got less than, like 200 HP. There we go.
Less than 200, yeah. Probably get 20 on his party and then drop 2 of the other party members and go one man.
We're using armor, so I guess he's hoping that the eye's going to take out a person or two. Unfortunately, this eye doesn't seem to have the teeth necessary to kind of take out some of his light warriors appropriately. So we're going to have to see how long he sticks to this. I think he's got to take that method where he walks back and forth on the lava. That will reduce the HP of his light warriors considerably over time, and then heal up the ones that he wants to keep alive, and then let the eye try to take out the rest of them from there. So if I was Lord of the Synth, I'd be walking back and forth on lava. We've got Rojo finding the power bonk deep in that trap-locked tile in Volcano. That's a great find. It's really easy not to find the power bonk in these flags, and it's such a useful item, so finding it, I feel like, always feels pretty good.
Just this last race before our current one, racers, 2 of them went through Sky, and one of them checked both for the white shirt and the rune stick, and the other one just missed them both. So sometimes you think to check, other times you don't, and you can miss a lot of things that way.
Alright, I totally made a huge mistake. This eye is not in the volcano, so there is no hot lava to walk on. That is totally my bad. But again, the eye doesn't have teeth, so he's grinding his whole party now. Seems kind of locked in. We've got an ice +5 too. That's great for Rojo's party, who is not currently promoted. But that ice +5 going to do a decent amount of damage against carry here, which is a battle he's quickly approaching.
It's also pre-Vorpal, or it doesn't possess the Vorpal, so even if he was promoted, he wouldn't really have the good sword to go with it just yet.
Very true. Lord of the Synth, looks like his party's at about like level 17 now, continuing that grind. How high do you think he takes this?
I don't think he'd go much past 20. He might think I've got enough levels stripped to the casters. Oh, 18, apparently.
Alright, here's our first fiend fight. We've got Carry popping off on Rojo's side. Invis 2 coming out from our white mage. Gonna get those dodges out. Our thief is going to do a little bit of a swing there. Get that 3 for 31 damage. Fast goes off on our fighter. 6 hits, 274 damage. Ooh, but Carry busts out a blizzard. Gonna knock down that black mage. Gonna chunk out the party. We're gonna have a fade cast here. Speed and power is the way to go. Fade for 236 is real nice. This ice sword might finish it off. Yep, 267, and our first fiend is down. Rojo taking out Carry. Lighting his first orb just before the 29-minute mark.
It is nice to see the amount of divergence we're having. Neither racer from the get-go really took the same path.
They have decided to take their own places. What? Life reboot in the chat. What makes the power gauntlet so good, and why is it called power bonk? Well, it is a caster item, or a casting item, that the light warrior can use to cast Saber on themselves. It's excellent for your fighter, for your black belt, for your thief when it comes to Temple of Fiends Revisited in particular. Really allows you to power up your light warrior rather quickly. And you know what? I honestly have never thought about why it's called the Bonk. So, enlighten me, Mr. Reboot. Alright, Rojo, diving the Earth Cave, gonna check the Hall of Giants to see what the 2 trap tiles hold for us.
So far, nothing special.
Now, is this the first tile or is this a random encounter? The mummies.
This is the first tile on the lower level.
Alright, we've got Frost Giant, Frost Wolf, that's not gonna cut it. Yeah, you can't run in, I don't think you can run into mummies on that first floor.
Adamant pickup from the Fame from LordoftheSynth. He also is promoted and has good money, so he is going to go ahead and magic up.
This is a great opportunity to pick up a bunch of those spells with the Ninja and the Knight both here. He's going to see that Fade, that Heal 3, probably that Cure 3, that Invis 2 on his Knight there. Still going down the white magic chain. Going to add some more... write some more pages in his White Mage's spellbook here. Ooh, Wall and Life at level 7. Good thing the that knight already has the resistances, resisting just about everything. So Wall is a little less effective there. Gonna pick up the nuke for his Black Mage at level 6 there. Just going down the chain. Gonna see Fire 3 and go, ugh. All of the sweet movement magic, the warp and the exit, they are in Gaia.
And now Rojo is going towards Lafane, or might be looking for a grinder's burning off encounters.
Yep, he was looking to see what the encounter 1 in that zone is. So, fun fact, if you park in the normal parking spot for that, ooh, there's a good encounter there, got Steak and Wings. There is a second encounter zone if you walk down, like head south along that mountain range. In that bottom corner, there's like a corner that forest forms. If you walk around in that little corner down there, that is a different encounter zone just south of where you typically park your airship.
Learning the encounter zones in this is just one of those things you really want to do.
So, Rojo, taking that Steak and Wings grind.
As LordoftheSynth cashes in the Adamant for the ribbon.
He was pretty quick to discover that these Tyros are not that tanky, so we should be able to rip through them relatively quickly, pick up a bunch of levels. These fights are a little bit lengthier, but they are worth a little bit more EXP than those eye grinds were. So Rojo's getting about 3,300 experience per round when he gets the steak and the wings. And we see here when he gets just the Tyro, it's 2,400 experience, which is more than the 2,200 about that LordoftheSynth was getting on those eyes.
He also has the advantage of, with just the steak or the steak and wings, it's much more likely to be able to down his own party members by stripping their armor and switching out their arrangement in the party. So this is much easier to switch to a low party member grind when he wants to. It looks like LordoftheSynth remembered those pro rings. I believe those were here.
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Ordeal in the chat letting us know that it's the power bonk because it allows you to bonk your enemy.
That maths.
You know, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I love it just enough to have that be my canon now. So if anybody asks me ever again, that's what I'm going to say. So that's the spirit. LordoftheSynth gets his power, or gets his pro rings, excuse me, and now I think he's about to be on that orb grind. We still are missing, we can do Volcano here. We also have the Oxio, so we could be, those Ankylos just wrecked Rojo's party. He was trying to down a few of his characters, and they told him, no, everyone needs to take a nap. God damn, he's playing a dangerous game. He's got to be able to run away now. Oh, is he gonna make it? Nope. Oh, this is rough.
Might want to reconsider.
There we go. He's gonna put some armor on his thief. Or on his ninja, excuse me.
And Lord of the Synth found the Wiz Mummy pack. I don't know if that was on a tile or not. If it is, it's a reasonably okay early party grind. And yep, that was a spike tile.
Yes, indeed. So, as I was saying, we've got Lord of the Synth. I think he's gonna just clear out the volcano here. That would be my play at least. We've got Rojo looking for the steak and wings grind on a slightly depleted party. Gonna try to grind up those members that he has. Looks like he still has, is it the Black Mage and the, who was that? The fighter. There we go. The Black Wizard and the Knight are still up for Rojo. Going to increase that grind potential, going to increase the experience gained by the 2 remaining Light Warriors.
And while he's getting his grind on, Lord of the Synth is going to go ahead and clear the volcano for himself, bring him onto parity with orbs at least.
I wouldn't be... Oh. Got off on our... found the slightly different encounter table. Got back on those scary Ankleo encounters. Oh, Lord of the Synth looks like he's grinding his party down a little bit here. I'll be interested to see what this play turns into. Does he know there's a grind tile somewhere?
Well, he saw the Wiz Mummy pack, which he might be able, or trying to go to. So if I remember correctly, the first chest trap tile on the Agama floor is that same spike tile. Actually, no, that's not correct. Oh. I know that the spike tiles repeat somewhere along the way in Volcano. I just don't remember which one's which.
Alright, here we go. Looks like Rojo's got his grind game on. He's down to his knight. He has knights fighting T-Rexes. We love to see it. The good old-fashioned overworld grind. You love to see it. So Lord of the Synth healed up some of his party members. I didn't quite catch which ones he healed up. Oh, but he's gonna pick up... Oh man, I'm completely blanking. There's something good in this trap chest here.
He is going for the power bonk.
There it is, power bonk. Thank you. Is he gonna try to grind these nightmares? He's having this nightmare, looks like, take out some of his party members. I'm fascinated. Where is this going to pan out? Lord of the Synth, tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more. Like, does he have a car?
I mean, it seems like he wants to Dan and leave Dan in the front of the party, but he didn't name it Dan, so why is he Danning it? I know there's a story behind calling it Danning, but I don't know that story.
Oh man, so some of the original speedrunners of Final Fantasy discovered the additional XP on runners and continuously named the runner Dan, or the characters they were going to Dan. So it became tradition to name any character that you intended to kill Dan. So both runners got that Ice +5. I wonder if Lord of the Synth just wanted to kill off that ninja.
Well, it looks like he's gonna go with the fighter as his primary melee, just like Rojo, although Rojo's getting a lot of XP fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's trucking through these Tyros now. He's now level 33 on that knight. that knight is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, with Black Mage EXP, on the other side, we've got Lord of the Synth lighting his first orb, taking out Carrie. Come on, save. Save, Lord. Save. Save. Please. Please save. You guys make me anxious when you don't save.
He got the gold for that extra pro ring he missed.
Please save. Save harder. Yeah, woof. The fighter is still, looks like he's still under 500 total HP at level, what was he, at 34 now?
That is a thin warrior.
Oh, he's got 515 HP now. That's not what you want to see. It's unfortunate, but I mean, he'll be resistant to quite a bit, and he's gonna swing and hit like a truck. Oh, we've got both of our runners, looks like converging. Converging once more for the river, waterfall, Oxyale, water temple play. Rojo heading on into Onrak, probably gonna bring one or two of his light warriors back up here, if not all of them. We'll see what he decides. Yep, everybody's coming back up. That ninja makes an excellent meat shield. Exactly. DH Stom. He's going to hit like Optimus Prime. He's literally going to throw other vehicles at the Fiends. It's going to be wild.
Now here's the question. We know that the rod and the cube are in ice or waterfall. Which one do you want them to find?
I mean, I think the rod is... I think Earth is the more annoying of the two dungeons to die for both of our runners at this point in time, so I kind of want it to be the rod. That'll force the runners to make a decision as to whether or not to dig out that cube for the slightly shorter walk that is the Sky Fortress. But we've got Rojo entering our water temple. Going to delve into the deep for the denizens that await him there. Lord of the Synth making use of that level 6 nuke. Gonna pick up some more experience as he walks through the waterfall here. I don't think he was able to pick up any movement magic, so unfortunately I think he's gonna have to walk out of this waterfall as well. Which, with the levels that his party is at, should be just kind of an annoyance, but you never know. Something could have something scary. Could have some damage, poison, or something spooky come on through. There we go. Alright. I called it. There it is. There's the rod. Ooh, we've got some ice armor +5, looks like. That's some really good armor for our knight and or our ninja. But seeing as the ninja is down, probably not going to go on him. Ooh, I would definitely... I think that ice +5 is way better than having the that opal +3 shield on that knight. You're going to get a lot more out of that armor.
And Rojo, in that two quick hallway chests in C, picked up the black shirt.
Ooh, some nice armor for our black wizard. Another caster item should we need it. Lord of the Synth got his black wizard put to sleep by our friends the Big Stone Goal, or the Mud Goals.
Yeah, and there wasn't much of a way to get those spells, because the mobile we saw in Gaia 8, level 8, exit and warp.
Always unfortunate. Ooh, a katana +4. Alright, now we're swinging from both of our light warriors, potentially. The knight is still swinging the ice sword on Rojo's side. He has not picked up that Vorpal sword.
He might be regretting grinding the knight instead of the ninja now that he has that katana, but if he does end up going to Ordeals and getting that Vorpal, he will not have any regrets.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, with the Oxyale, I can't imagine that he doesn't do the water temple here, you know, do what's close to you. That's the easy play here. Rojo having a hard time keeping all of his light warriors afloat here. Keep getting knocked down. So I can't imagine Lord of the Synth doesn't do the closest play, which is going to be to take out the water temple, much like Rojo's doing here. And with the rod, I can't imagine he's going to do ordeals at all. So I can't see him picking up that Vorpal.
And we have our second fiend fight once he gets healed up.
Here's Kraken. Fast, fade, speed, and power. Gonna swing 4 hits, 251. 5 hits, additional damage. Ooh, Kraken swings for 10 hits, but not a ton of damage there. His knight is the one that took that blow and is still standing tall. Fade does a just chump change amount of damage. That ninja swings that big katana, doesn't crit, but we still have Tonk, the one that's going to hit like a truck. He comes through, knocks Kraken to the ground, makes some calamari, and away we go. We now have Rojo at the 45-minute mark with 2 orbs lit. He is going to make the waterfall play here, discover that it is the rod, and I mean, if I was the runners, be annoyed. Tonk, a truck, like Tonka. Right? That's gotta be what it is.
Yeah.
So, our runners high five once more. Like 2 ships passing.
They're stuck on either side of the revolving door. One goes in as the other goes out.
This is true. They just keep walking right past one another on their varying paths, hopefully meeting the same end.
Rojo's party is up to level 21 outside of that night, which is definitely helping him. He's getting those walking grinds.
Yeah, we did see, it looks like Lord of the Synth's party is level 22, 23 across the board. He's gonna drop something and pick up that black shirt, looks like. Rojo getting the rod here now.
Now, the question is, will Lord of the Synth also check the room that has the katana? It's that 4-pack coming up to the, or straight up top here. Yes, he does.
There it is. So, this is where we're going to find a little bit of value in that ninja, had Lord of the Synth left him up, but his ninja has been sleeping for quite some time. I think his ninja's only level 13 or 15 or something like that. So that katana is nice, but doesn't really feel like that ninja's going to be our saving grace right now.
He does potentially have life too. That was at level 3, so he could pick it up and just try and carry it for a while, see if it'll absorb some XP. Or he can just leave it damned and focus the power on what he's already got leveled.
Fair, but I think he's already put the time investment into the rest of his party here. I don't know that bringing it up and detracting from whatever other experience the rest of the party is going to be gaining is going to be worth it. I think he's still got to hope that he's going to find something that his knight can swing. And I mean, Ice plus 5 is a pretty solid sword. I mean, he's not going to be too unhappy. I mean, it can be done. It has been done. It will be done again.
That is not a bad XP pick up there, the Gershark Big Eye. At least when the Gersharks don't roll stupid thick.
Yeah, the extra thick Gershark is what you got to worry about here. Or the big guy having something weird. I feel like they always end up with some sort of weird status effect ability or something like that. But yeah, it's the eye that actually adds the interesting, you know, cherry on top as far as EXP is concerned. Taking just the Gershark fight usually isn't as profitable. We've got Rojo now making his way into the Earth Cavern, looking to light that third and final necessary orb. He's also looking really good when it comes to his levels. His knight is just a beast of a light warrior right now. I think he's hanging out at level 35 or so, while the rest of his party is in that 21, 22, 23 range. Lord of the Synth on the other side of our screen here, taking on Kraken 1.
He
Gonna power gauntlet.
That ninja at least as a blade of meat shield in this one.
Oh yeah, Meat Shield Ninja all day long. Invis 2 coming out, going to give our Light Warriors a little bit of evasion. Kraken releases a little bit of Fire 2 there, deals a little chip damage to everyone. Oof, those levels don't matter when you crit with that +4 katana. The 2 hits for 143 there, that was pretty nice. Temper going out, Power Bonk going out, more Invis 2 going out. Playing the safe and steady route here. Ooh, that White Wizard takes a big hit. All right, let's see some swings. 3 hits, 143 on that katana. Gonna get some more magic out there. Another katana swing, 3 hits, 238. Man, he hasn't been trained up at all, and he's still slapping Kraken. You love to see it. Here we go. 6 hits, 665. Takes down Kraken 1. Lord of the Synth about to light his second orb. Looks like he's about 4.5 minutes or so behind Rojo when it comes to the orb lighting.
Which is not bad considering he did do ordeals, which is why he's kitted out with that Vorpal on that fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I would equate those two things. I mean, Lord of the Synth is just a little bit behind when it comes to the orb lighting ceremony, but he is also swinging a big old Vorpal +5. So we cannot understate the difference that could potentially make. The fact that Rojo's big beefy knight is swinging just an ice +5, while the slightly fewer levels knight that Lord of the Synth is running around with has a much better sword for taking out these fiends at the end of the day. Taking a look, I don't know who saw it, who didn't, but that with that +5 on that Vorpal makes the crit rate on the Vorpal like 76 or 77 or something crazy like that.
Through the moon.
That's nuts. You throw a fast on there, and you're guaranteeing at least a few crits are coming on through. Rojo reaching the Lich's floor. Now, I can't imagine a scenario where Rojo is not a little bit nervous about the sword that he's got going on, but I also can't see him not going to Temple of Fiends here right away.
We're coming up on the hour. It's been a seed that's drawn him all around the map. He has to assume that his opponent is either ground up and in Topher or getting there right anytime soon.
Yeah, I think, past that 50-minute mark is the point where you got to start getting a little bit anxious about what's going on, what's happening, where your opponent might be. I mean, at least that's where I would start thinking about it.
Another thing that Lord of the Synth has that Rojo doesn't. Lord of the Synth did the full magic dive in the Fane and picked up those pro rings, which again, Rojo has not. So I really do give Lord of the Synth the advantage just pure on kit. He can easily catch up in Topher.
Yeah, if we see some nasty spells or some nasty fiends or maybe an unfavorable encounter table here, it definitely could work in Lord of the Synth's favor. So Rojo entering Temple of Fiends Revisited at the 5350 mark. We're gonna have to see how this dive goes. I kind of like his chances. I mean, he's got that big knight. He may not quite have the same. He's got a little less magic. He doesn't have the Vorpal +5, but that knight is still huge. He's still going to have those big hits. He's still going to be hitting really hard. I mean, I give him pretty good odds at this.
So
But again, we're going to have to see what our fiends end up with.
he has the good armor. He has the power bunk. They've got temper and fast on 5 and 4. It's totally doable.
Oh, crack worms. That's not what you want to see. Oh, and the mages go down. Reset, my dude. I think that's a reset. Yep. See, that's exactly the sort of thing that Lord of the Synth needs to have happen in order to catch up here, and Rojo definitely does not want to see. That was rough. Those 2 worms crack and just knock down his 2 mages. You know, if you lose anybody that is not the White Wizard, you're pretty okay. Yeah, as chat points out, through a ribbon. The White Wizard definitely has the ribbon on, right?
I do believe so, because he went through and checked his armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to be a little salty about that right now.
Now, I'm fairly certain that does the knight learn level 3 slot 4? Because if so, Lord of the Synth does have life 2 on his knight.
I don't believe he can learn slot 4. I think that is White Wizard or White only.
I can only ever remember it's 1 and 3 or 2 and 4.
2 and 4 are the slots that are typically reserved for the White Mage, White Wizard class. So Rojo about to take on his first Fiend fight revisited, but typically our Lich 2 is seen as just a speed bump. I'm really hoping to see him speed and power his way right through this Fiend. Hakuna Matata, my friend. So, Lord of the Synth into Temple of Fiends Revisited. Again, it looks like he's cutting this gap a little bit. We had Rojo on his first dive in at 5350, and we've got Lord of the Synth in his first dive at 56 minutes here. Rojo takes down a quick purple speed bump on his side and continues his trek down into the depths of Temple of Fiends Revisited. All right, let's see if Lord of the Synth runs into these crack worms. As Rojo takes on Carry 2. Carry 2 can be deceptively nasty sometimes. There could be a hard hit or a nasty spell she throws out there. Can be an early kind of stunner. But lots of damage coming out on Rojo's side, going full speed and power. Oh, and Carry 2 comes out with the nuke. Wipes out everyone except for the knight. Man, oh, and a big hit knocks down that knight. Oh, we are seeing a nasty, nasty Carry 2 there. Nuke into a giant swing. Holy crap.
Watched the race before this, every single Fiend and Warmech, which they saw, had nuke or nuclear. I'm really looking to see if they have that kind of seed this time here.
That was wild, because that was all 3 of those nukes rolled above 300. The 3 nukes that didn't hit the knight all rolled above 300 damage. But that was a crazy nuke to throw out. Goddamn. All right. Now, Lord of the Synth, ahead in Temple of Fiends Revisited, does not yet know what awaits him on the fire floor, about to take on his purple speed bump.
And has that ninja Dan. He is 3-man right now.
Going full speed and power. 5 hits, 450 damage, nuke for 239, takes down Carry, or Lich 2, and is onto the fire floor, going to see this Carry. Oh, that nuke combo. If he sees nuke first, I think he's got a few additional levels on his White Wizard, which is really the one that we need to survive this. So the knight is going to survive the nuke. We need the white wizard to kind of survive it, to survive the fight in order to make this a run. So 240. Oh, Carrie also has crack. Oh no! That Vorpal comes out swinging, 5 hits or 245. Fade comes in hard, just 87 damage there. We're going to fight again. We're going to throw out another Fade. More magic. We're going to throw down another nuke. Nuke comes out, or Fade comes out, 214. Oof, but it's a paper carry. This carry does not have very many hit points. What was that, 500 hit points for a carry too? Oh, Rojo's going to be salty when he sees that.
Doesn't matter what spells or abilities they have if they don't survive long enough to use them.
Just means nothing if they don't throw them. But that crack came out. That was also scary. We'll have to see if Rojo runs into any issues with that crack again. Lord of the Synth about to take on Carry 2. We've got Rojo in his refight with Carry here, with Carry 2 here. We're seeing a little bit of prep work here. Crack comes out immediately, knocks that ninja down, knocks that black wizard down. Fade comes out from the white wizard. Power bonk comes out. Oof, we got a swing here. Kraken 2, excuse me, on Lord of the Synth side, we got a big hit out. We got a power bonk Inferno from Kraken. That's not what you expect to see from the Fiend of Water. But we got an Invis 2 going down. Blaze coming out again from Carry on Rojo's side. Man, Carry coming with all the heat. More power bonks on Lord of the Synth side. Rojo gets past that hurdle of Carry 2. Gets right through there. Synth's third orb was Earth. Fade coming out, taking on that Kraken. Big hits there. Ink comes out from Kraken. That's a free turn. Gonna fight some more. It's just the Knight and the White Wizard now. There it is. 4 hits, 325. Big hit from that Paladin. Fade comes out, 196. Gonna do another fight here. 5 hits, 500 damage. Kraken 2 goes down. Here we go. So Lord of the Synth makes it through with the White Wizard, with his Knight up. Going to use one of those life 2 charges to bring that Black Wizard back up. We've got Rojo seeing our Kraken 2 on the other side here as Lord of the Synth is about to enter Tia 2. Fade comes out on Kraken, 139. Fast comes out from the Ninja onto the Knight. Got that power bonk. There's that Inferno. Does quite a bit of damage to the Ninja. But we're not too worried about him. He's not important. Oof, Kraken
leveling it.
Kraken shows that ninja the meaning of pain as we deal a bunch of damage here. That Ice Sword, not quite as effective as the Vorpal. We've got Fast coming out on Lord of the Synth side. Tiamat leading off with a Fire 3, dealing a decent amount of damage, particularly to that Black Wizard. Rojo polishes off Kraken 2 as the Tia 2 fight continues on Lord of the Synth side. We're tempering up. We're defending. Ooh, Quad X comes out from Tia. Not scary, really. Our Light Warriors have enough going on. Power Bonk comes out. We've got Rojo about to walk into the Tia fight too. We've got simultaneous Tia 2 fights. Ice 2 coming down. Not too scary from Tiamat. Big Vorpal hit comes out there. 5 hits, 895. Nuke comes out. Fade comes out. 246 there, takes down Tia 2. We've got Lord of the Synth taking down Tia 2. We've got Rojo fighting Tia 2 right now. We've got damage poison. Ooh, I don't know that Lord of the Synth saw that at all. All right, Lord of the Synth is gonna take a hot second. Hopefully compose himself here, make sure he's got what he needs. Make sure that everything's fine and dandy like sour candy before he fights that final fiend. Rojo swinging hard, taking, hopefully, maybe about to take down Tia 2. Looks like we're, maybe.
Now we do know we saw early on a quick check on a bat, and we saw that Nuke is on Chaos.
This is true. We did see that. All right, Chaos Battle, Lord of the Synth side. We've got Fast on the Knight. Invis 2 coming out. Chaos leads with Nuke. Oh, boy. That's not what you want to see. Hot damn, takes down. No Fast will be available now for that Knight. So that Knight is not going to have that Fast cast available to him. Zap comes out second. That's nasty. Heal 3 coming out from the White Wizard. You like to see that, get that evasion up. Going to power bonk again. Probably going to throw down another invis 2 here. Got to get that invasion up. Evasion up. More power bonk. Ice 2 coming out from Chaos. The least scary spell that he's thrown out so far. And Rojo about to kick off this Chaos fight as well. We've got heal 3 coming in again from the White Wizard. More power bonk. More power bonk. Bruh, we got to start swinging here at some point.
Up into the moon.
What did we say earlier? It doesn't matter if you never get the spell off. It doesn't matter if you never swing that sword. That nuke is going to come around here again. And both Light Warriors, okay, he's casting heal 3 again, but both Light Warriors were below 300 health. Good thing he's got a deep spell chart.
Treatment right down to the White Mage and the Knight on his end as well to that nuke.
All right, first hit, 5 hits, over 1,000 damage to Chaos there. This big Knight swinging that nasty Vorpal. Here comes another Vorpal swing, 4 hits, 575, takes down Chaos. GG's, Mr. Lord of the Synth. We're down to 1 on Rojo's side. Bane comes out. Oh, 5 hits, 548 damage. This has got to be close. That Chaos did not have a ton of HP. Joining us in the booth, we've got Rojo and Lord of the Synth.
GG Synth.
Thanks, GG. You know, I can't always count on not being able to Dan my thief and then fighting a katana +4.
Throw your GGs out there to both of our racers. We've got both of our racers in the chat box here. You guys, this was a back and forth race. I think one of the most interesting aspects of this race was both of you were really never doing the same thing at the same time. You guys went opposite directions. One of you took out the water temple first. One of you went waterfall, while the other one did waterfall. One of you went into volcano while the other one of you ran around and started that giant line of fetch quests that awaited you. The other one then went into volcano while the other one did the giant line of fetch quests. It was a real back and forth battle here. Rojo.
Yeah.